Today I'm going to show you Sonnet's September Maker's Box. Sonnet's Garden Blooms. She's in Wisconsin. I'm going to go see her in October. I get to go teach a workshop with her and some other creators. I'm super excited. That's like 2 weeks away. I'm so excited. Anyway, she sent me one of her Maker's Box. Actually, she sends one to me every month. And this box, I am actually almost on time with getting something done. I'm gonna do 3 projects and I'm gonna show you what's in here. You might have already seen because you probably follow Sonnet and other creators that have shown what is in this box. But we are going to take a look and see what's in here. So first of all right, so this is a Recycled Treasures paper. Look at that. These are good. You can't get these papers unless you subscribe to Sonnet's Maker's Box, which I think it's closed right now, but she does have a wait list. You can get on the wait list, and in February she's opening it back up. This one is the Painted Photographer Pumpkin Patch. And this is all hand painted by Connie Hemmer, and she's so artistic and so good. There's that. And then this one, which is called Autumn Light, and I love it so much. This looks to me like an old Edison bulb inside of this lantern, and I love, 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 love. And then this paper is Recycled Treasures. It's called Autumn Flannel. Also, she sent a couple of napkins, which this one has a little English cow, whatever those are. What are those called? Scotland cows. This paper, my creative juices are flowing, so I might not be using right words. Willow. This is the Sweet Pickins Milk Paint. Oh, and a little bracelet. That's so adorable. And it says something. It says, have courage and create. This is called Seaside. It is a fusion mineral paint, and this other color, which is called Woodwick. And these go together really good. Both of these go really good together with these papers. And then we also have some DIY paint, which I do sell in my store. I don't sell fusion, but I know Sonnet does. But I sell DIY and I love it. It's a clay-based paint and it's very pigmented. It goes a really long way. So this is a 2-ounce jar, but I have a lot of paint left from all of my boxes. Like I haven't used I've done a lot of projects and I really haven't used that much paint. Farm Fresh, one of my favorites, actually. It's pretty. And then this one is my all-time favorite DIY color, Summer Crush. My favorite. I love this color. I don't know what I'm doing yet though, but let's find out. Let's see what we can do. Okay, for my first project, I found this old picture at a thrift store for 50 cents. I painted the entire thing white, even right over the top of the glass, and then I used varnish to lay down for my decoupage medium, and then laid the paper right over the wet varnish, flattened it out, and then just started blending it in. I'm using my hand as a palette. I do that a lot. It's oddly satisfying and maybe a little weird, but I always just do that. I'm using some of the different colors out of the box. I also used some of the lichen from last month's box, and also the yellow, which I can't remember the name of it right off the top of my head, but it was out of last month's box also, I believe. And then I'm using some of the Woodwick and some of the other colors that I got, the Farm Fresh, just blending it all in. And it was so fun and so easy. When you blend around the papers, you want to build up the area outside of the paper so that the paint kind of levels off with the paper so you don't see the edges as much. if that makes sense. And then you just keep layering and layering until you get the height that you want and the colors that you want. And I don't really worry so much when I first start about blending the exact right colors, because I know I'm going to be building on them and layering them. And so that really doesn't matter to me. What matters to me more is just playing and having fun and seeing what I can come up with, seeing the cool color combinations. And sometimes I don't even try to match the paper at all. I just do what looks good and what I think looks good and what kind of like speaks to me, I guess. But I really love this paper, and then I'm just going to wipe my hand off, and there you go. It's just a fun little project. I painted the outside of the frame with the, I think, is it called Seaside? I think that's the color that she chose. I don't have my notes in front of me, but I'm pretty sure it was Seaside. It was blue. And it's a fusion mineral paint, which has a sealer in it. So you just paint over it and you're done. You don't have to seal it. You don't have to worry about brush strokes or anything like that, because the paint has a sealer in it and it also has a leveler. And this piece just turned out so cool, I think. I love this paper. Okay, for my second project, I found this old red wallet at the thrift store for, you guessed it, 50 cents. And I just decided to decoupage it. So I painted the whole entire thing white. And then I'm not going to make you sit and watch me paint this whole thing white, but that's what I did. I painted one coat of white. If I were to do it again, I think I probably would have done 2 coats, just because you can see a little bit of the red underneath the paper, but that doesn't really bother me. But I probably would do 2 coats next time. So this paper, I'm going to just cut out this pretty gray flowers with the butterfly, and then I'm cutting it to fit one side of the wallet, and then I'm going to decoupage that down. I will add a coat of varnish, a good thick, pretty thick coat of varnish. I'm using again Miss Lillian's No Wax Chalk Paint varnish in satin, and just giving it a good big fat coat of varnish. And then I'm going to lay the paper over the top. And usually what I do was spray the paper with water. I forgot, so I sprayed the top, which is fine. Sometimes I forget, but I like to spray underneath. It kind of opens the pores of the paper and helps the paper adhere a little bit better to the varnish, I think. So that was super easy. Now we're going to just do the other side. I grabbed another piece of the floral part of this paper, and I'm going to do the same exact thing. I don't care if there's a little bit of overhang on the wallet, because we can sand that off. And here you can see I was trying to be smart and mark where the little snaps go, but it really didn't help at all, because yeah, I couldn't get it lined up. So I ended up having to paint over that. But here you can see that I'm spraying the back, and then we're going to just try to lay it down really nice and neat and make it fit, and then lay it down. We're going to press it down so there's no bubbles, and you can see the white part up by the zipper. We're going to add another little piece there, and then we're going to just fill it in with paint. So here you can see that I grabbed the plaid from this paper, because I only need a tiny little strip. And yes, of course, it's going to overhang a little bit, but that's totally fine, because we can sand that off when it's dry. So I sprayed it. It looks to me like I'm doing it a little bit differently every single time. So this time it looks like I sprayed the actual wallet. I don't know, no rhyme or reason. Now we're going to just lay this down, press it down, and then we're just going to let it dry.
set the world on fire just to get it back. Don't know how it feels.
Okay, so now we're going to use the color called Woodwick, and we're going to blend in around the edges of the wallet. And you know, now looking at this, I really kind of wish I would have left the zipper red. I kind of think that looks cute, but I ended up painting over it. So it's no big deal. The zipper works fine, but I like that red. Dang, but it's okay. So I'm just going through the whole thing, painting everything that I see that's red, the Woodwick color, unfortunately, but it's okay. I'm fine. And then I painted over my little black dots where the snaps were supposed to go. And then I'm just blending in around the edges of the wallet. And that's all. I mean, this is just so simple and so it's kind of fun. And this wallet was super ugly. And now it's freaking adorable, really. I didn't paint the inside where the inside of the wallet is red. I left that. But everything else I painted, and it really did turn out really, really cute.
But I had you where I wanted you, never had to ask. I'd set the world on fire just to get it back. Don't know how it feels to be someone you love, and it gets me down, down, down. Yeah, I had you where I wanted you, never had to ask. I'd set the world on fire just to get it back. Don't know how it feels to be someone you love, and it gets me down. I let it slip somehow. I let it slip somehow. So this is 27. Start the music, kill the silence. Let my mind rest. Pour a drink cause it's effective. Can't seem to get my head around why I left you. And no, I don't like to be the bad guy.
Now that it's completely dry, I'm going to just take a 220 grit sandpaper. I think this might be a medium grit, but I'm sanding away from the wallet so that I can get all those little edges off. And then all I did was give it another couple coats of the varnish, and the wallet was pretty much done. Except for, of course, all the little touch-ups that I had to do. But I did that off camera mostly, because that was just, you just go through and paint everything that you want painted. But the zipper works really good. And I was surprised because I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to get away with painting the zipper. And then I just had to smash in the snap a few times to make sure that it would open and close, and it does. And it's a wallet that you can use, and I like it.
'Cause I had you where I wanted you, never had to ask. I'd set the world on fire just to get...
However, I decided I wanted one of these birds on it, on the inside of the part where the button goes, or the snap goes. So I cut these three out. The other two I'm going to use on another project, but you just varnish it, slap it on there, varnish over the top, and it's done. And I think this is a perfect finishing touch for this cute wallet. Okay, so for my third project, this one was super easy. I found a huge box full of these horsehair brushes at my favorite thrift store. I got the whole entire box for 50 cents. And I don't know, I got like 15 of them, I think. And some of them have words on the back, some of them don't. So I took this one because it doesn't. And I decided to decoupage the back of it. So here I am again varnishing. I painted it white, put some varnish on it, sprayed my paper, put the paper on the back of the brush, and then folded down the sides while it was wet. If you fold the sides down, like when it's wet, it just folds super, super easy. Okay, so here's where the other two birds come in. I used one of them for the wallet. The other two I'm going to add onto the top of this brush. I felt like it needed something. So I'm just decoupaging these birds on top, and they turned out cute. Be sure and look down in the description box. I will add links to all my products. I will add links to Sonnet and her products and her maker's box, everything that you need. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Thank you for watching. Once you sand off the edges and give it another coat of varnish, it's done.
Do another scrape for the left, and then leave a thumbs up.